Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Jay, and today I'm going to be showing you how I make sourdough bagels. For this recipe, you will need 8 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, 4 tablespoons of honey, 2 cups of sourdough starter, 3 cups of water, and then whatever toppings. I did a cinnamon raisin and everything bagel seasoning. This recipe ends up making 16 bagels, so if you wanted to, you could definitely have this. To my flour, I just added the salt and the sourdough starter. And then I just went in and added my honey, and then I'll go ahead and add the water. Now that everything's all together in our bowl, I'm going to go ahead and mix this on a medium speed for about 5 minutes, or until it starts pulling away from the sides and everything's well incorporated. So you don't have to do this next step, but I went ahead and I halved my dough so that half of it could be a cinnamon raisin bagel and the other half could be an everything bagel seasoning. So as you can see here, I go ahead and I throw the raisins in, and then I'm going to go ahead and put my cinnamon in and just combine it all together until it's well incorporated. Now the options really are endless of what you could put in for add-ins. We're doing a cinnamon raisin today and everything bagel seasoning, but in the past we've done plain and cheese. You could really just have fun and experiment with this part. Alright, so now that we have everything all together, I'm going to go ahead and just put a wet tea towel over top, and this is going to stay at room temperature for about 8 hours. So after 8 hours, or the next morning, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to take my dough, and because I already divided it in half, we're now going to divide each half into 8. So you're going to have 16 bagels altogether. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your dough ball and you're going to make it as taut as possible. I usually roll this up against the counter, but for the purpose of the video, I just wanted to show you up close. And then I go ahead and I just poke my finger through and try and make it into a bagel shape. Also, make sure you throw some flour on that parchment paper so it doesn't stick. Here I'm just showing you another way that you can make the bagel. So I went ahead and I just rolled the bagel around my fingers so that I could make the proper shape that I wanted to. I will say you want to make the hole a little bit bigger than expected, just because it will shrink down once you start boiling it. And again here, it's the exact same process for any sort of bagel, so this one is the cinnamon raisin. Now that the bagels are all ready to go, we're just going to go ahead and leave that on the counter with a wet tea towel over top for about an hour, just to do its final proof. Now that it's done its final proof, I'm going to go ahead and I just take a boiling pot of water with about a tablespoon of sugar just thrown in the bottom, and we're going to go ahead and just start boiling our bagels. We boil the bagels for about a minute on each side, and then once they're all done, I take a slotted spoon and I take off the excess water, and I just go ahead and put that on the parchment paper that we had it on earlier. You want to make sure not to overcrowd the pot, so I put in about 3 to 4 bagels per batch. Now for the everything bagel, I'm going to go ahead and grab my everything bagel seasoning and sprinkle that on top as soon as they come out of the water. During this time, I go ahead and preheat my oven to 425 degrees. Now I go ahead and put my bagels in, and I let those cook for about 20 to 25 minutes. Now you're going to see in the next clip that the bagel placement is a little different than it was before, and that's because on this particular day we had a massive thunderstorm coming through and I was sure we were going to lose power. So I quickly turned on the oven, I set it to 475, not realizing it was supposed to be at 425, and it ended up burning all the bagels. Now that's a testament of how easy these bagels are, because I was able to whip up another batch and I was able to throw it in that night and it was still ready to go for the morning. So no harm, no foul. And there you have it, sourdough bagels. The options are endless with these. Join me next time as we learn together how to live simply at home.